karaoke. Everyone's like I Good morning, Lewis. I'm Samira Martinez with Sidlali Romo. Thank you for joining us this early morning.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you are continuing the semester strong and are enjoying the 70s weather.
So let's start with our trending topics.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know. So Kanye West has really been upset with Adidas lately, and he quote unquote said anybody who loves Yee would not buy these fake Yeezys. So Adidas keeps like releasing the Yeezys, and Kanye is not happy.
Well, I understand because, I mean, it was Kanye's creation, but Adidas bought him out completely. Well,
Like, that's why.
You know, but I don't know. I don't know the terms and conditions of them. I have been keeping up with Kanye's like social media posts on Instagram referring to that, and I think it's pretty funny because it's Kanye, you know. So people are going to listen to him. Like, don't buy them. They're not. A lot of people are not going to buy them. They're really going to go more for whatever Kanye is selling. So it's more original, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And that's why, like, I was just, like, looking, and I was, like, even reading, like, the comments and everything, like, even, I think Nike even commented something along the lines of, like, you know, you should listen to the creator. But then the other thing is like you said, they were bought out.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows how Kanye is, you know, but he's been on, like, medication and everything, so he's...
Let's just hope the man is okay.
Good. I hope so, because I know
and he's getting his money.
Yeah, but he's just kind of, like, you know, trying to get everyone to support him on that side. So
I support him. And now onto my tweet. The Last Airbender. If you are not a fan, or if you are, or if you know what I'm talking about, this is the Avatar. So they're doing a human version, like a real version of Avatar, which I'm excited to see because I watched the cartoon with my friends growing up. So I'm really excited. It's supposed to be airing within, it's already airing. Oops.
And I love Avatar. Like, I'm not an anime person, but this is my
Me
favorite
too.
show ever. Like, growing up, I have like the seasons on the disc, but him, especially the character, he's the one with the cabbages, like the one pushing it from the Earth Kingdom. Oh my God. So that's so good that they're making
my
it.
cabbages. I'm excited
I looked
because
at that.
growing up, like that's something I watched with my sister and my brother. He's like a lot younger than me, and he's like, "Oh my God, did you see that they're coming up with this? I want to watch it." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's watch it." So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
No, yeah, it's really good, and it's just like kind of to provide, like, you know, us, like, 'cause
Yeah.
we grew up when this came out, to see it. So
The originals.
So my next tweet, so Ariana Grande is having a new makeup look because she's coming out of that movie Wicked, I believe it is, and so I just love it that, like, you know, Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey both are like supporting her, like, you know, like, go, because obviously, you know, when you switch up a style, your fans don't like it. Or like,
You're gonna get a lot of like criticism behind
Yes.
it, which I did see a lot of criticism for Ariana Grande.
yes, for like her outfit and like it's like matching, but like I just feel that's really nice. Like other celebrities supporting you, like, you know, the whole like girls supporting girls, like that's huge. And I feel like this was just kind of like, you know, we're getting into warm weather, everyone's happier. So I was just like, this is such a good tweet to like,
Especially
show
it
out.
being Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj, like our icons, like our from early 2000s icons. It's amazing.
Yes, and like their music
Definitely.
and everything. And it's just like good to see because again, like when you switch up, even dyeing your hair, her hair's different, like everything's different. And
Her
you know,
makeup's a lot more like subtle,
Yes.
more on the pale side for her skin color. I remember when she used to tan and like
Yes.
wear all this like super dark makeup.
and now she's
all
kind of
these- yeah.
natural and like no more of her high ponytail, like all
Yeah.
the way down. So I think it's just really cool.
It's very
It's
subtle.
really cool.
It's very growing up for Ariana Grande.
Very much so.
And mine is that I just learned this. I had to fact check it because I'm like, is this true? Or was this like caught off guard? But red pandas stand up and hold their paws like this when they feel threatened, so that they appear bigger and more threatening. And I thought it was so cute because it looks like they're just playing, like, oh, peekaboo, you know?
Like give you a hug. Like, it looks
But they're like,
they're
"Rawr, attack.
That's crazy. Red pandas, I think, are so gorgeous.
They are. I think pandas alone are just so pretty. But these pandas, they're red, they're cute, and they have a long little tail.
It reminds me of the Spider-Man meme, like
Yeah, like the
pointing. If there were like 3 of them, that is so funny. But that's crazy. I want to throw my paws up when I'm scared.
I do,
have
I'm like,
nothing.
"Ah."
I have nothing. Oh my god, but that's adorable. Even in the snow, I like how it's 2 different seasons that they show the picture.
I know, I love it. It's so cute.
I know. Look at. So many people bookmarked. You retweeted it.
Me. I did.
You're like retweet. Oh wow.
I was like, share the wealth of knowledge.
And
I
now-
did. I had to Google it. I'm like, is this true?
She's like, let me see, because everything not everything on social media is real. So.
I'm a big Googler. Like, I need to get off Google sometimes because I'm always on there. I'm like, let's see what is true, what's not.
And my TikTok.
I can't stop laughing at the video my sister sent me of my niece.
That is so
I
funny.
watched this like 4 times. Like she's like pressed up again. Like she looks like she's like one of those mannequins that like, and I just started dying. Like I was last night, like the pizza fell out of my mouth.
That
Like
is
I was
so
cracking
funny.
up and I was just like, oh my, and like what do you do with it? Like how do you get stuck in there? Like she might've just like,
Well, kids are
kinda
kids, like
swooped in there, but no, it was so funny and I was cracking up. I was like, oh my God, I'm like picking this TikTok. Like, I saw it, I played it like 4 times just to laugh over and over again. And
I
then
know,
I was like,
it's
I'm
so
going.
funny. Kids and their crazy ideas. You think that they won't do the impossible, and then they go and do the impossible, which is so funny to watch.
Like-
I'm always on kid TikTok because these kids are just too funny.
And it's like crazy because like they go viral. Like whether it's the
do.
smallest thing, it is so funny. So I don't know. I love that TikTok today, and I was like, oh, happy laughs for the morning.
I hope we all enjoyed this, because I did. And on to my TikTok. This is so cute. It gets better.
You got a friend in me.
The song.
Wow, just look at the puppy is
got
dancing
a
with the
friend in
baby. Like they're just
they're the
equally
same height.
excited. Yeah, they're just equally excited. The tail is wagging.
Look
Oh
at
my goodness,
her.
it's just amazing. They're gonna grow up to be best friends. I just know it.
And it's crazy how like a dog knows from like a little age of like a baby and then grows up with them and takes care of them. And then like that's the child's like I feel like hardest death is their like dog because obviously dogs can't live, you know,
For too long,
for
but-
too long in that. But that's so cute. The
I know.
song, the song
You gotta put it
perfectly
me
with it.
I know, it is so adorable. I loved it. I love watching it. I saw it like 2 weeks ago and I just see it every week.
like,
a
"Oh
little
my
heads
God."
up. It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, so those were our trending topics for you guys today. And then up next, we will share some feel-good stories sure to brighten your day. So a museum in London is seeking to hire a Taylor Swift superfan. The Victoria and Albert Museum wants someone to advertise their creators to explain her importance to the history of art and design. The successful job seeker will have the chance to view relevant items from the museum's collection and potentially help influence its future programming. The superfan should be able to offer insights into the culture and artistry around the friendship bracelets that Swifties often exchange, as well as the handmade signs frequently displayed at concerts. Administrators say they will cover reasonable travel costs and a museum membership.
The month of love is coming to an end with the delicious heart-shaped sweetness of strawberries. That's because today is National Strawberry Day. This sweet fruit grows all around the world, almost year-round. Ancient Romans believed strawberries had medicinal purposes. Despite their name, strawberries are actually part of the rose family, which might explain their fragrant scent and bright colors. So go enjoy National Strawberries today by grabbing a pint of strawberries or two.
In California, giant pandas are about to return to the San Diego Zoo from China. According to zoo officials, they will receive 2 giant pandas. There is no official timeline on when they will arrive, but the zoo is optimistic. It will be in the near future. The zoo has been working to get them back after China reclaimed them in 2019. Zoo Atlanta is the only location in the United States that currently hosts giant pandas. But Atlanta's agreement is expected to expire this year, and the animals will return to China. So when we return, we will show you what's new at Louis U.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. Kevin, I need that back. No. Kevin!
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
What are you looking for?
So today I am here with the Associate Director of Lewis University's Mission and Ministry, Venus Wozniak. Okay, thank you for joining us today. So just to kind of get started, what are Lewis mission trips?
So, Lewis University has a long tradition of mission trips. So, in the past, before the pandemic, Lewis would go to, with the diocese, young adult mission trips, would go to both the Philippines as well as Bolivia. The Philippines was traditionally always in January, and the Bolivia trip was traditionally always in May.
Okay, and so like besides Bolivia, what are like other places Lewis has gone to in the Philippines?
So those are the ones that the diocese ran for many, many years. And so that's basically it. We're looking to expand that in the years to come to maybe Kenya, Ethiopia, maybe somewhere else in South and Central America. But right now we're focusing on the Philippines, yeah.
And so where is Lewis going this year?
Yeah, so we're going to the Philippines in May. The trip runs from May 13th to the 27th. So as soon as you graduate, just hop on a plane the next day. You're good, yeah.
And then like what are students doing on this trip, like Lewis students, like on these mission trips?
Yeah, so this trip in particular in the Philippines, we focus on building houses. So we will work in one village for the course of the 2 weeks. And typically we are pouring and mixing cement. We are stacking bricks. We are laying, I didn't know that my wildest dream was learning how to cement bricks together, but that is definitely one of the things that we spend a lot of time doing. And then we also just spend a lot of time because the way that the villages are, they're like houses packed on top of houses, so they can't get the trucks in to pour the pebbles and the sand. And so a lot of it actually is schlepping pebbles and sand through tiny little walkways in a village. But we do it with some of the best people and children filling the bags to the best of their ability and carrying them over their shoulders. And so it's a great time.
Wow, it's such a hands-on experience. So then, what is the difference between like the mission trip and the retreat?
Yeah, so a retreat is really, we spend a lot of time listening to other people's stories, taking that information in, reflecting on it, journaling, time in silence, and then talking about how meditation and the silence has affected you with the other people there. Whereas mission, it's really about rolling up your sleeves, getting your hands in the dirt, working alongside of the people in these other countries, getting to know people, helping them build their homes, right? But then in the evening, because you can't help but be affected by that, in the evening we spend some time together reflecting on that, processing that experience. We're also experiencing poverty in a way that we've never seen before. So there's a lot to talk about. Your hearts are really transformed. So you got to talk about that as it's happening. Otherwise, we might miss an important moment. So
okay, so retreat's more of like individual, like you're reflecting, and then
Right.
missions, like you're with a group, you make a family technically, meeting
For
new people.
sure.
Okay, and so like, can anyone go on these mission trips that you do?
For sure. So our focus is really young adults. And so traditionally we go with young adults from all over the diocese. Lewis has always had pretty much the largest contingent on these trips, but we also have students from Benedictine, from USF. But this year, we have about half students and half Lewis faculty and staff. So it's going to be a really awesome trip where everybody gets to know each other, because by the end of those 2 weeks, not only are you family members, you become family with the people in the Philippines, but also with your community of missioners. And so we're going to get to know each other pretty well. It's going to be great.
That's so cool. So since you kind of have a mix of half and half this year, like how can students and faculty and staff get like involved or like registered for these?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So technically the date for signing up was February 15th. But if you're hearing this right now and you're like, yes, I
Sign
need
me
to be on the ground in the Philippines tomorrow, except that we're not going tomorrow. But if you're hearing this and you're just really needing to go, I'll give you till tomorrow at like, midnight to sign up. Just reach out, find me, and we'll get you signed up. But we'll be going every year in May. So we'll be going every year in May to the Philippines. If this is something that is really calling out to you that you need to do, let me know and we'll get you on the list for next year. Or if it's like you have to go now, we'll get you on the list for this year.
Okay, and my next question is kind of just a two-parter, because it's really nice you're opening it up, so hopefully everyone's taking this in. But how many mission trips have you gone on, and which one's like the most memorable, or like a huge moment that like forever will stick for you in any of the mission trips you've been on?
Yeah, thanks for asking. That's a really good question. I have been on 5 missions, 4 to the Philippines, 1 to Bolivia. And I can honestly say it was like a life goal, life dream to do international mission. But I had no idea how it was going to affect me personally. And I went kind of as like an old woman, like, I'm a lot older than some of the students that travel with us. So, but the most memorable thing, the most amazing thing is that when you land there, so as I said, I've been to the Philippines 4 times. Those people, I spend 2 weeks with them a year. They're like my Filipino family. And every year I go there and they're there waiting for us, right? And so as a student who hasn't traveled on mission before, they're still there waiting for us because they know they're going to have this amazing experience. And they are welcoming us with so much love and tenderness, and it's one of the most amazing experiences of love that you'll ever have. And it really changes you, because who are these people? Who are these people that do not know me, but that are welcoming me as a family member? Yeah. And so it's really beautiful. So I always say half of my heart is in the Philippines. And so I think that in order to give students that encounter of this intense love, but also like this amazing experience of building alongside of people. And our motto is building a home what's the difference between building a house and building a home? And so,
That's
yeah,
so
so we're,
touching.
yeah, so, okay, I'm done talking. I can
No,
talk.
that's like super touching, and that's okay. So obviously, you getting there is just kind of like sets you like you're like I love. That's what you look forward to the most.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see that. So then, what do you think students come away with from a mission trip?
So the other really amazing, I guess, honor that we have, that I have had by traveling with students over these last 5 trips, is that you get to see lives transformed right before you. Nia White, who was going to be here today because she works in mission and ministry with me, I actually met her on mission. I believe that our first trip was in 2018 together. She then did 3 more trips with us, but her life was completely transformed, so much so that she decided to live in the Philippines, serving in an orphanage there for a year and a half. I have another student that I traveled with all 4 times to the Philippines. Her first time, she was a business major. She went, she experienced this, and she thought, I need to do something where I'm serving and helping for the rest of my life. So she actually switched her major to nursing. And actually, she is now the nurse that travels with us on this trip because we always travel with a nurse. And so, so just like lives are transformed, lives are changed. And I get to witness that and see that and help students process that. And it's really beautiful. And I don't think that Nia would have ever guessed she would be working back at Lewis necessarily in mission and ministry.
Yeah.
But that experience really, it's been beautiful. And so, yeah, I think I talk about lives being changed, but sometimes we're not ready for our lives to be changed. But if you're ready, come on, join us. It's going to be great.
It's huge. So it's like a humbling experience for
Very
them.
much.
Like they like transform. That is so great.
Yeah.
And so just to like kind of taking all that information, like what advice do you give like students or like faculty and staff who are interested but like don't know where to start to get involved?
That's a really good question. So like I said, some people aren't ready for their lives to be changed, but the most important thing about mission is you can do it right here, right now. You don't have to get on a plane for 17 hours because that's what we do, but you don't have to do that. You can start right here, right now by I talked about love, right? Just by expressing an amazing sense of love and acceptance to everyone you're with, right? Like that's mission. And so start there, but if you are being called to do something a little bit deeper, come and see us at Mission and Ministry because we have these amazing mission trips to other countries, but we also have other service experiences as well. So maybe you're needing to just like start small.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're needing to go all in. We've got all of the opportunities. So come and see us and we would love to help you on your journey.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I hope you touched so many people because those were, phenomenal, like hearing your experience and like what it does, like the students, like how it changes them and transforms them. So that is so good. I appreciate you so much for coming on and spreading your knowledge to the rest of us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been great fun.
Sounds good. We'll be right back.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years and I got my 3rd child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Well, that is it for today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Good Morning Lewis.
Thank you for tuning in and we'll see you next week.